Hello and welcome to the Clint Initiative podcast. What is the Clint Initiative? The Clint Initiative is a multi-phase project to create entertainment here in Minnesota and to distribute that entertainment to the world, starting with this podcast. This podcast is the seed from which everything else will grow. The Clint Initiative is about great music. The Clint Initiative is about great live entertainment. The Clint Initiative is about a sketch show. The Clint Initiative is all about film content. If you want to know how to do a podcast, listen to the Clint Initiative. If you want to know how to do an album, how to find musicians, how to get it recorded, listen to the Clint Initiative. If you want to know how to create more content over a short period of time, you're listening to the Clint Initiative and we will help you get there. If you are ready to create, if you're ready to talk about creating, if you're ready to be about it and get it done, we want to talk to you. This is the Clint Initiative. My name is Paul and my co-hosts are Katie, Clint, and Jamel. We are the Clint Initiative. If you are interested in creating content, if you're interested in creating movies, music, television, films, short films, and feature films, then we want to talk to you. We want to have you on the show. Email us at theclintpodcast@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. And now, back to the show.
We are always working to give you a little more. We are always working. Give you a little more. We are always working to give you a little more. We are always working to give you a little more. What are we doing? We're throwing it at the wall. We are throwing it at the wall. We're throwing it at the wall. We are throwing it at the wall. We're throwing it at the wall. We are throwing it at the wall to see what's stick. Come on, what are we doing? Sarala alaped, estamos sarala alaped, sarala alaped, estamos sarala alaped, sarala alaped, estamos sarala alaped, a ver que se pega. Yeah.
Okay, everyone, welcome to the Clint Initiative podcast. How is everyone doing today? We've got Clint and we've got Katie, and soon Jamel will be joining us, and we already have Alpha Romero, aka Shy Girl, joining us from Trinidad. And before we start the show, I just want to say one thing to everyone out there who's watching the show or everyone who will watch the show. I just want to say this one thing that, of course, I had it all queued up and ready to go, but now I've got to start over, and here we go. Don't cost you nothing to hit that like. Don't cost you nothing. Go ahead. Subscribe. Don't cost you nothing. Yeah, to hit that like. Don't cost you nothing. Come on. Come on, subscribe, don't cost you nothing. Yeah, hit that like, don't cost you nothing. Go ahead, subscribe, don't cost you nothing. So hit that like and subscribe. Yeah, so hit that like and subscribe. Yeah, so just hit that like and subscribe. Hey, as we enter our 16th week of doing our weekly broadcast, I just want to say that we are not just building this platform for us. We are building this platform for the community here in Minneapolis, and we definitely want people to be able to take advantage of everything that we're doing with this podcast. So now comes one of the better parts of the show where we're going to do our co-host check-in. That's where everyone gets to speak their piece, have their say, and we sort of take it from there. So Clint, I'm gonna put you on the stage first, man. So, how's your day going?
So far, my day is going easy breezy. I'm letting my energy flow free with my high hopes and my cup of tea.
Well, there you go. That's classic Clint for you there. And there, Katie, you take center stage. How are things going with you?
Great, great. Another day to be ready and moving on, going forward, looking forward for all the new stuff ahead.
Yeah, and what you want to do is you probably want to lower your volume just a little bit, Katie. Just
Yeah,
a little teeny tiny bit. But
thank you.
my check-in is the same check-in as I had last week. But I just want to add that this is our last week of doing the show without a space, because as of next week, we will have an actual home here in Minnesota.
Yep.
And there we go. We've got Jolanta checking in. So we actually have eyes on us. And now we're going to go to the next portion of our show. If we have to, we'll go back and we will catch up with Jay when he comes. But right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to our random questions for today. I hope you guys are ready for the random questions for today. We have two different random questions to choose from.
Okay,
The
bring it
first one,
on.
the first one is visual. Of these albums here, Michael Jackson's Thriller, Luther Vandross, Prince's Purple Rain. We've got Janet Jackson. We got Anita Baker. We got New Edition. We got Madonna. We've got Billy Ocean suddenly, and
Woo, Billy!
we've got Teddy Pendergrass. Now, just so you know, you can only pick. That's the first random question. You can only pick three of these to listen to for a week. It's the only music you can listen to for a week, and you can only pick three.
Hold them there. I'm marking them down one time. Okay.
Say again. Oh, I'm going to show you the
As
graphic
I write them
again.
down before you move them.
I'm going to show you the graphic again there, Clint. Come on. Don't think I'm going to
Billy!
like that. Now, while that's up there on the screen, the second question is, what's your favorite summertime activity? What is it that you enjoy doing the most during the summer months? Because during the winter months we all like to hibernate, but during the summer months, what is one of your favorite activities?
Hmm.
And Jolanta, just to answer your question, no, you only you get to pick three that you will be listening to for the rest of the week. So that means for the coming week, you can only listen to three of these and you get to pick. So I guess she wants to answer the question about the album. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to you, Clint, and then I'm going to come to you, Katie, and you tell me either the three albums you would pick to listen to next week or your favorite summertime activity. And we already have an answer from Alpha Romero on the three. She's going with Billy Ocean, Luther
Mhm.
Vandross, and Michael Jackson's Thriller. And to add to that, Clint, which question are you answering? And let's hear it.
I'm going with what album I'm going to listen for the week.
You're just going to pick one instead of three?
I'm going to pick a three. I have three to pick. I have a
Okay,
top three.
so go for it, man.
Okay, my top three is Caribbean Queen. Now we're sharing the same dream. And
Oh,
our hearts can beat as one. Billy Ocean, he's originally from my Caribbean island, Trinidad and Tobago. He's number one. And Michael Jackson, Thriller, that's number two. And Janet Jackson. Those three I can listen for the rest of my life. Can't go wrong.
wow.
So you can do a week of listening to them with no problem, huh?
Mm-mm. You could never get bored with those albums and those songs. You will never get bored.
And there goes Jolanta for next week. She's going to be listening to Michael, Prince, and Billy Ocean. I guess Billy Ocean still has a lot of fans out there. And then Alpha Romeo girl, she's going with Billy, Luther, and Michael. Although I may have already shown
Good
that.
choice. Good choice.
So now, Katie, you
Yes.
can still choose either the three albums, or you can pick the what's your favorite summertime activity. Which one are you coming in with?
Okay. Well, first of all, is the mic a little bit better or is still kind of loud?
It's still kind of loud, but um,
Here, let me. Okay. Can you hear better like that?
oh, it's still at the same volume. But go ahead and
Oh, it's so weird.
oh,
Okay. Well, we didn't grow up too much on that music. I grew up on Elvis Crespo, like Spanish. So I don't know too much. I know Michael Jackson for sure, but the rest not too. I'm gonna have to answer the other question so I don't make a fool of myself. But um I think my favorite activity right now is hiking. I do a lot of hiking trails and stuff like that. So that is like my number one for summer.
wow. Well, when you're out there on that trail, be careful because Minnesota have a lot of ticks out there. So be very, very careful. And there's some other bugs that they have in Minnesota. You always got to be careful with those bugs out there.
The mosquitoes are vicious this year.
I always walk with when I'm hiking and I'm outdoors. I always walk with this.
Ah,
Oh, see, I need one of those.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
so you want to go totally lethal with them, huh?
Oh, it's very satisfying when you hear them frying. Crack, 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 crack. So satisfying. It's
so
like revenge.
so now we're going to go to the next, but I'm also going to let Jolanta check in here, and she likes hiking and walking, and yeah, the bugs are bad this year. Too much water for sure.
Yeah.
And I, of course, like traveling. I mean, but living in the Philippines and Minnesota, I get to do a lot of travel. For me, with those three albums, I tell you, you can never go wrong with Michael Jackson's Thriller. You can never go wrong with Michael Jackson's Thriller. And then you can never go wrong with Prince's Purple Rain. I'm sorry. Purple Rain is just you can listen to that from beginning to end. For me, there's only one song that I skip over, but you can listen to that from beginning to end.
Purple
And
Rain.
then say again.
To me, I only know probably like two songs from Prince actually. Purple Rain and Let's Go Crazy.
Do you know? Do you know? Do you know that that's blasphemy, Clint?
What?
Nope.
Oh, in Minnesota it is. Yeah, I know.
You
Only
need
in
to listen.
Minnesota.
If you listen to one Prince album from beginning to end, I highly recommend Purple Rain because both of those songs you mentioned are from Purple Rain.
Right. I only know these. I only know those two.
Yeah,
And the
yeah, yeah.
Batman theme song he sang for the movie for Batman.
Yeah, you can't say you're a Minnesota until you know more than two Prince songs. So you're on probation right now.
Okay.
At least you know some.
And then,
I'm
of
just
course, my third is a toss up between Anita Baker and Janet Jackson.
Mm.
Yeah,
I,
there you go. Jolanta knows it. Baby, I would die for you. You can't say you don't know that song, Clint. Come on. And then, baby, I'm a star. That's a Prince song that everybody knows. And come on. You gotta know when doves cry, Clint. Come on.
oh
Even
yeah, I know that
Jolanta.
one too. This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it
yeah,
sounds
yeah,
better when
yeah,
Prince
yeah,
sings it though.
yeah.
come on.
So what I want to do once again is I just want to go over the origin story for the Clint Initiative podcast. Because as we prepare to move into our new space, I just want to once again reiterate to people that this whole idea came to me when I was listening to Minnesota Public Radio, and J.D. Steele was on from the Mill City Singers. He created that,
so that people who wanted to sing in a professional choir, all they had to do was show up. There were no auditions. And what's the one thing that actors always have to do? Audition, audition, audition. And that's how they get their work. Well, with the Clean Initiative podcast, all people have to do is show up. All they have to do is come on this show. And when they come on this show, they join our roster of talent and they get the opportunity to be, you know, in our shows, our streaming content, our movies, and even as guest hosts on the show. When like today, we're one host shy. So I just wanted to go ahead and bring that up again. Did anybody want to add anything to that? Okay, I
No,
guess. Go ahead, Clint.
no, I'm just looking at all viewers. I wondered if they had anything to add, but apparently not. So I have nothing. I have nothing to add to that.
Oh, they're just still mentioning Prince songs. You got to party like it's
Uh,
1999. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go to our Bible bracket. And that is another fun part of the show. And here you go.
What is a show Bible? A show Bible is a document that outlines the characters, plots, settings, and themes of a television series. Writers pitch show Bibles to network executives and production companies in the hopes that it will produce a production agreement. Well, with the Clint Initiative podcast, we do streaming content, we do movies, we do music. So, for our productions, we have a Bible, and that Bible will be previewed here on the show.
Okay, so that's our bracket for this week. And as you can see, we've got Jay in the house.
What up? What up? What up?
So what I'm going to do is, before we get started with our Bible bracket, I'm going to do a quick check-in with Jay. So, Jamel, how is it going for you today, my friend?
Everything is going great. I do apologize for checking in late. I was just trying to make sure that I can get my phone hotspot connected to my laptop so I can tune in with you guys and everything runs smoothly.
Hmm.
Also had a really fun topic where people got to pick three music that they would listen to for the week. And what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to bring that up so that you can see it. We've got Michael with Thriller. We got Luther Vandross. We got Purple Rain with Prince. We've got Janet Jackson. We got Anita Baker. We got New Edition. We got Madonna. We got Billy Ocean with Suddenly. And we got Teddy Pendergrass. Now, that was the first question, Jamel. You can only listen to three of these next week. So you have to pick, you can pick three. Or the other question is, what's your favorite summertime activity? So, Jamel, which question would you like to answer?
My favorite summertime activity.
Okay, so let us have it. What's your favorite summertime activity, Jamel?
Jump in the rope
Well,
naked. Let's jump and skip.
honestly,
Boing, boing,
I
boing.
like being out on the beach on the ocean and just being able to just chill out there, let the sand run through my feet and just ground myself and find peace in a little private area and just kick back and relax.
mm.
It sounds so
Absolutely
spiritual.
fantastic.
Do you
And of
know who
course,
Alice Elbos Crespo is, Jay?
You say that again, Katie?
Do you know who Elvis Crespo is?
Elvis Crespo.
Oh my God, come on. I was hoping, I was having faith in you. So I'm not alone.
You know,
You're not
if
alone.
I honestly, I probably do. I just don't remember the name, you know. So
No.
Okay, so and Clint, of course, was saying that that's not a nude beach you go to, is it, Jamel?
Oh,
Because you said
Nah,
you like to jump around naked, so I don't
nah,
know. You
nah,
know,
He gave us
nah.
a little
I
sample
think,
sometime
I
last
think,
week with the rope skipping and everything, so.
I honestly think if I go to a new beach, that'll be too much excitement for a lot of people.
self confidence is a beautiful thing. Okay, so
yes.
we've already introduced our Bible bracket. We've already had the explanation for the show Bible, and now we've got our two competitors this week. We've got all too well. And in addition to all too well, we've got relationship stories. And I'm going to start with
Mm.
relationship stories. Relationship stories is all about the good, the bad, and the ugly of relationships. It's not always love, exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. It's not always the love boat. Sometimes you get the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the other one is all too well. We know all too well the things that happen when you least expect it. We know all too well the people in our lives to avoid. We know all too well the people in our lives to welcome in. We know all too well the people that will lie to your face. We know all too well the backstabbers. And in the film All Too Well, we delve into those stories of the backstabbers and the liars and the cheats, the lovers, and you know you got to include those freaks. So that's all too well. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and show our rating system because what we do is we discuss the film. I present the films, we discuss them, and then each person gets to pick the film that they think we should go a little bit further in. We decide whether it sticks, needs more work, or whether we can forget about it. So, for our two films this week, Relationship Stories and All Too Well, does everybody know their pick, or do we need to discuss it a little further?
I know my pick already.
Okay, what about
Yeah,
you?
he knows his pick all too well.
That's right.
Mm.
You know my Jamel know which exactly is my pick.
And what
All
about
too. I know his pick all too
Hush!
well.
Let me save it for later on the table here. Not
and what
now.
about you,
Don't give them
Katie?
out.
Do you know your pick yet?
No, I don't know. I like both of them. It's hard for me. Like both of them are very relatable. So it's kind of, I don't know.
And also, with our audience, you also get to pick what sticks for you, what needs work, or whether we can forget about it. And since Clint was the first one to say he knew for sure what his answer would be, let's go ahead and check in with Clint and say, what is your pick for this week?
You know it all too well. Jamel know it all too well.
Oh, so Clint's going with all too well. And what about
Jesus
you,
knows it all
Jamel?
too well.
Now, why would you pick all too well?
Because I know my enemies and my friends all too well. I know who's my friends and I know who's my frenemies. For example, let me give you a little example.
Oh,
If you, let's take Facebook or any social media platform, for example, uh, you must try this experiment. If you want to know who is for you and who supports you and who likes you, take post a video message or one of your status on your status on your wall feed, and you're gonna see how much people likes and comments on your post. Then
mm,
take that same post and post it into your stories, and you're gonna see all your frenemies. When you'll see like all thousands and hundreds of thousands of people just watching it, but they're liking it. But and when you post it on your wall post, those people, you don't see those people at all. They watch what you're doing. They will watch what you're doing, but they don't like you. So
Mm.
that's how
So,
I know my enemies all too well. I know them.
well, wow, you really gave us a lot of insight there, Clint. Yes, there are people we know all too well. And now, Jamel, which one is your pick this week and why?
Honestly, they both go together. They blend together because
Yeah.
when you've been in a relationship for quite some time and you really get to learn how that person is, you know them all too well.
uh, you
And
know,
it doesn't even have to be just a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, marriage. It can be relationship even with your kids because you know them all too well. So I feel like they both blend together. So for me, I would say let's just put them both together. Why not?
Mm.
Jamel always figuring out my tricks as a filmmaker, always figuring out. The reason why this is called a Clint Initiative is because just like with the um, the Avengers Initiative and the films they showed in the MCU, they would always be a connection between the films. It was always well thought out and it really fit together. So of course, there's going to be a connection between relationship stories and All Too Well, but I guess that won't be a surprise to the audience. The only thing that'd be a surprise is how I do it. So, Katie, after all of that discussion, do you know which one you would pick?
I know. I mean, I do both. It's okay because I don't know. It's true. Like they're very similar. Like you say, you can get to know somebody in a relationship, like what their true intention is and what their purpose is. It's kind of difficult. Like, but I guess I don't know. I don't know. I can't. It's hard. It's too hard.
Okay, so Jamel picked both. Katie is picking both effectively. Clint has picked All Too Well. And I, of course, am the tiebreaker because I get to make up the graphics. So let's see if someone out there in the audience can break the tie.
Oh my god.
No, nobody in the audience is. So I guess the audience hates all of them. Okay, so in our bracket this week was All Too Well and relationship stories up for grabs. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play our previous winners, and then I'm gonna give the winner in my estimation for this week. And our winner for this week is All Too Well. Like sands through the hourglass of time.
And how did I know that? How did I know that was going to be All Too Well?
What was that?
I said, how did I know that was All Too Well?
And now, we have come to the best part of the show. Whether you believe it or not, we actually have come to the best part of the show. Because, as Clint knows, we introduce Trinidad to the world.
Oh.
Trinidad takes over. So this is this week's installment of the good old Trinidad Takeover.
Right now we are here at Pimentos, and Trini people have a thing we call it liming. So I'm going to show you a little something about liming and what is liming and what liming is all about. So me and my crew, we go on lime. So here we are out at Pimentos. So we're going to do another food tasting. So come join me and my crew as we have a good fun and we have a good time and a good time to lime. Let's go now. Look,
he always is
the man, big up, Mr. Tommy. Go on. It's nothing about peace and love here in Minnesota with Caribbean people, Trini, and tell them where you're from.
Kingston City. I would say welcome home to the #1 beach in the United States.
At Lake Pimento. Nice. So you're gonna give me a little tour in the Pimento kitchen and want to find out what kind of food this man cooking. Because Caribbean people, we don't play when it comes to food. You understand? We want the food with seasoning. So I want to make sure your food have
Turn up the flavor. Welcome home to the future.
So now we are going to the restaurant and get the food tour with the man by the name of Tommy. Isn't this place lovely? This is my boy Tommy here, and he's gonna give me a little tour in the kitchen. So Tommy, tell us what we expect.
Welcome home to the future of flavor, right here at Pimento on the Lake. What we have to offer is not just one, but two concepts. One, you have the Jamaican restaurant, the Caribbean restaurant, where one can get their jerk chicken, cargo, and oxtail. But we also have a market where one can find products from 20 to 30 women and BIPOC-owned, Black, Indigenous people of color-owned businesses, right? So you get some books, you can get makeup, you can get ears ring, anything you want. We'll have it right here at Pimento on the Lake. But for you today, we're just gonna work with some good traditional jerk chicken and our signature sauce. Kill them with it!
Kill them with it!
We have our own beer wall where one can get their own types of beverages. So let's sample it, shall we?
Yeah, man.
Here, choose their own beer and then just chill and enjoy the sunset before getting their food.
So what does Tommy recommend for beer?
Oh, of course, Red Stripe, no doubt. But if one is going local, we have some really good local beers, some Summit IPA, the Twin Cities Pilsners, and all of those. So the local folks tend to love their local beers. So we brought that beer, but not only that, we still have our Red Stripe, our Heineken, and our Guinness, as our Caribbean people love. We need some shandy next, right?
Shandy.
You don't make a nice milk stout with Guinness, yeah?
God.
Like a brown cow or something.
A brown cow?
How much babies you want them produce in Minnesota talking about brown cow and
No,
Guinness?
we don't have enough-
Lord
we don't have
of
enough
mercy.
people here.
You see how you're going to start problems? Trini, man, I'm telling you. Ready for wine. Come in, roll.
We taking a walk, so
So the beauty of it is you place your order over there, then you come over here, we assemble the food, and you can sit right here and the crew assemble the food for you. You wait right here and look at the beautiful view. You can enjoy the view, enjoy live music. Swing in the building!
Trini to the ball!
Swing! Come on, let's get some food!
All right, man.
Stay, we're closing the door.
The kitchen here, man. Nice.
Yeah, man. So today we're just gonna rustle up some jerk chicken, bone-in jerk chicken, because guess what? This is the only restaurant on the planet where one can find boneless jerk chicken. Why? Because Minnesotans told us very early on by surveys, while they can handle flavors and spices, they can't handle.
All right,
bones.
we have the man here in action in the kitchen.
Wow, he's doing a total cooking show.
So tell us what is this?
Yeah, man. So we have also some boneless curry chicken. Even though the curry chicken tastes good with the bone pan, you don't know. The Minnesota and them. So have some nice succulent chicken with the potato on it.
Now, what am I say? What am I say? What am I say? Chicken curry or curry chicken?
We have the rice and peas. Chicken in the rice and peas.
I don't know who are the white meat, but I give you the white meat same way.
But look at the size of them chicken, Papa. That is not a piece of chicken, like the whole fowl in there, boy.
Quench, turn on the heat. Add some quench. And then, to top it off, we're going to just zhuzh you up. You know what I mean? I say zhuzh you up. Make you look pretty. Come on, man. Zhuzh you up, right? Zhuzh it up. Ready for sell off. Some nice little flavors. And then right here, we have our bone-in jerk chicken.
That thing look gourmet, man. Gourmet Caribbean.
Oh, and then we add to it, we're going to add to it our selection of sauce.
Okay, let me see the sauce they have here.
So we have the Kill Them With It. Then we have the One Love, right? Then we have the Kingston Kick, which is our homage to our hometown. It's strong enough heat, but palatably enough. Mango habanero. We have a jerk barbecue. We have our Minnesota Nice, aptly named because it's passive aggressive. And then we have our jerk ranch, right? That's a good creamy flavor. That is not usually in the Caribbean. But when you put some jerk ranch and some blows and skirt jerk pork, hello, good morning. And then neutralizer. For those who can't handle the heat, we have the neutralizer because that sweet onion gastric tones down the flavors and tones down the heat.
Nice,
all right?
nice,
so
nice.
of course, for y'all, I wouldn't expect anything less than Kill Them With It itself. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna drop that right here. Welcome home.
Oh God, all eyes, man's.
And
Where my
Clint
fork?
brings
I
no
don't know Indian
leftovers.
and I know you do it, man. Where my fork? Somebody take my fork.
Clint doesn't bring leftovers for us, doesn't he, man?
All they trying to fork me over this fork.
That's funny.
But either way, you can't eat with your hand. Paws off the bone.
No. Although I have Indian in me, but I'm not that Indian. You know. I'm ready to get messy yet. Let me taste this and find out if it cut in.
All right.
Jolanta, you already start eating already and wait.
It's good. It's too good.
All right. Let me hear you.
Eat it while
What's
it's
your
hot.
opinion on this food? Because we had jerk chicken by Sharon.
Love Sharon, Mama Sharon. Big up yourself.
All right.
This is spicy pimento flavored jerk chicken. Okay? There's a different type of jerk. Sharon, I love you though. I love you, Sharon.
And this, what's the name of it? Kill them with it?
Kill them with it.
Okay.
Kill them with it.
I'm going to try somebody kill them with it sauce in the chicken here. Let me see if you kill them with it.
Oh, God. Yes, man. Now we're going to see how the Trinity handle the flavor. How the Trinity handle the heat.
I love the texture.
All right.
The texture of this meat, the meat falling out of the bone. It's real good. It's real good. Now, let me...
Y'all making me jealous just looking at that.
No, this is good. This is good meat, man. Let me see. Let me see if the meat good. Because, I never eat a roast meat yet. Since I come in Minnesota, I only eat white meat. So let me get some nice dark meat here. I'm frightened about the sauce, I'm frightened with the sauce.
Let's eat it. Eat.
Now, on the scale, now give this a 10 out of 10. I'll give it a 100. No, this is real good, boy.
Don't leave me hanging
I
here.
feel like I'm home.
We are leaving this place. We're gonna have a good time. We are leaving away.
And that was the second episode of the Trinidad Takeover. And knowing Clint, we just knew it would have to be a two-part. So, team, using our rating system now, we just have to give that episode of the Trinidad Takeover a rating. We have to say whether it sticks, needs more work, or we can forget about it. What do you think, Katie? Did that stick to your ribs? Or were you
No,
wishing you brought us some food?
No, I think it sticks a lot. I love it. I love it. It was so entertaining and the energy of the people and just to see the culture and everything. I loved it. It was very good.
Thank you, Katie.
And what about you, Jamel? Does it stick? Does it need more work, or do you want to
It,
forget
it
about
sticks.
it?
It sticks because it reminds me of a reggae artist, and this reggae artist's name is Mr. Vegas, and it's one of his songs is "Heads High, Killing with It Now." It's like
That
that.
is Mr. Vegas.
Mr. Vegas.
And the
Chat.
audience
Someone
certainly
someone's
believes
to
it
give us a
sticks.
response in the audience.
The audience
Yeah, I
certainly,
see they're saying it sticks.
yep, they certainly believe it sticks. So you
And
know what that
true Trini behavior.
We have no behavior when we out there, you know. Understand? We behave bad.
okay, so I hope that they will stay tuned for part 2. Maybe it will come next week, but then again, we have other people doing stuff. Maybe it will come. Well, it's going to come next week. We're going to do part 2 next week because that will then give our other co-hosts time to work on theirs. Me and Jamel, we're definitely working on his.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we're not getting Jamel Jam today?
No. We just one a week, man. We don't double dip on people, man. We have to give them a minute to come down from all the excitement of you guys. Come on. After the Trinidad
Well,
takeover,
we
come
had
on.
Jamel Jam and Clint
Yeah,
Trinidad
in,
together.
in your terms, Clint, you gotta take a break and smoke one cigarette out of that one.
All right. Me, I
Yeah,
smoking no
and
cigarette.
then
I using herbs, natural.
a moment from the sketch show can be our palate cleanser. Our palate cleanser can be a moment from the sketch show. And just to let the audience know, what we're doing is instead of doing our moments from the sketch show live, we want to pre-record them so we give you the best quality.
Right.
And we believe it's going to be more conducive for us to do that once we move into our space. So with us moving into our new space, you can expect the moments from the sketch
Yes,
show
bro.
to actually be pre-recorded, professional. They're going to make you laugh. They're going to make you cry. And there are many things that we will be doing. And I got 2 more that I'm going to show. But one thing that I'm really excited about doing on this show, I used to have a group like this in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And now we are going to have on the Clint Initiative podcast Improv Powers Activate.
Oh,
So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to have our very own improv show where we're going to activate those improv powers and give you moments from the sketch show because that's what the sketch show is all about. It's all about giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly of life, but also giving you a lot of laughs. And improv has very rarely been known not to make people laugh. And there's one more segment that I want to talk about here. And when you're auditioning for a show or a play or something, what's one of the things that you have to have prepared and ready? Jamel, what's one of the
Monologue.
things you have to have prepared and ready?
Depending on what it is, it's a monologue.
Well, there you go. And that's where our monologue makeovers come in. So in addition to improv powers activate, we will have our monologue makeover on the sketch show where we get those monologues and we get to decide how we can make them better so that when you audition using those monologues, it gives you the best chance of success.
I don't know if anyone remembers this, but when Paul says improv activate, it reminds me of this cartoon where it says the Wonder Twins activate.
And that's where it came from, man.
Ah.
The most
You know, I mean,
disappointing superheroes ever.
I don't mind showing my age. Wonder Twin powers activate.
Activate.
So
Yeah,
I'll,
they be like,
so we're gonna activate our improv powers. I
That
think that's gonna be a
cartoon
lot
used
more
to get
entertaining.
me mad.
What was that? What was that, Clint?
Wonder Twins, they used to get me mad. The boy have the most shittiest powers ever you could think of, and the girl have the best thing. Everything good about the girl, but the boy turned into a bucket of ice water and
hey,
all
but
them
look,
creases.
when they joined together, they had best of both worlds.
You
The girl
know,
still was the best. The boy was like a disappointment every week.
so Clint, your mission, should you choose to accept it,
Except what?
is to do your own version of the Wonder Twins and how it should have been done right.
Yeah.
Activate your powers of persuasion and show us how the Wonder Twins should have been.
Yeah, I would reverse it.
Do a
Let the
Trinidad
boy have all the
takeover.
good powers for once,
Do a
and let the
Trinidad
girl turn to a
takeover
bucket of
of the
ice water
Wonder Twins.
and
And
reverse.
this is when we come to a great part of the show. And this is where we talk about the people out there in the audience. You are our fuel, and you are what helps this show be what it is. Right now, the show is primarily supported and funded by my company, Psycho Forward Films. And as we start filming over the coming months, we can always use a little help. And there's several different ways that all the folks out there can help us. We have our Patreon initiative. We have our coffee initiative where you just buy us a cup of coffee. And we have our GoFundMe initiative. And in addition to that, people can also just drop us an email. And what is our email address, Clint?
Pardon?
And what is our email address, Clint?
I'll leave that. Our email address is the where
The
is
Clint
again, boy? My brain.
Podcast
I'm
at
a little brain. My brain
gmail.com.
kind of at
The Clint
gmail.com.
Podcast at gmail.com.
So, Katie, what is our email address?
The Clint Podcast at
Yeah.
gmail.com.
Perfect. So I got cooperation there. That's awesome.
Excuse Clint, everyone. Excuse Clint for a moment. Excuse Clint.
I get a little brain freeze. I'm multitasking while I'm talking to all you here. All right, I'm
Right, that's how it's-
multitasking.
That's how-
We think that sauce, get him with it.
That sauce fry me up real good inside. It's a feel good sauce. I'm still feeling the Jamaican vibes right now.
He's still killing you, huh?
Yeah, man.
And big up to Tommy Beavers one time. Tommy Beavers, big up, big up, big up. We love you. Coming back again soon.
And I want everyone out there to know that we're not just asking for you to give us money, because we are all about equity crowdfunding. And I'm going to let Jamel take the stage and explain what equity crowdfunding is. What is that, Jamel?
Equity crowdfunding. That means our audience really get to be a part of what we're doing. So when you're a part of what we're doing with the equity crowdfunding, that means whatever you support us on, you will get in return once our investment and your investment grows, you will get something back from that. So that's how we grow with our equity crowdfunding, and that's how we grow with our Patreon, and that's how we grow with our inner circle. We want everybody to be a part of this. It's not just for us. This is also for the community.
Absolutely. And it's just like I tell people all the time. It doesn't cost a lot to produce a film and put it out there for people to see. And in addition to us being able to show our films at places like the Sensational Shorts that they do at the Woodbury 10, not just there, but coming soon. And of course, all of this costs money, but luckily the barriers for entry to a lot of these things has come down. So now, in addition to us being on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, We will soon be on Roku and Fire TV. And just like with and just like with what we're doing here, Roku and Fire TV is where we will have our own network. So everything that we will be filming in these months, we will be able to have a showcase for them. And that's the thing that I'm really excited about. Our new space is actually in a prop house. So
Yeah, buddy.
the only limitation is our imagination for what we want to create. And when you look at our Bible bracket winners, you can see the possibilities for all the things that we will be showing on our very own network on Roku and Fire TV, as well as continuing to show it on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can be a part of that success so that when we profit from it, you will as well, not just by being entertained, but by helping us shape the face of new entertainment coming out of Minneapolis.
Hey, Paul,
And
sorry to
Jermaine.
interrupt, but I got to get myself ready for a NFL promo shoot at this Home Shopping Network. So I got to get inside now, get my clothes and everything ready, get camera ready, and get some things going to where you'll be able to see online. And yeah.
So
There
give
you
us
go.
your final words before you go, Jamel. Since we have you for just a few more seconds, give us your final words before
My
you go.
final words is thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for our audience. Thank you, Jolanta. Thank you, Alpha Romeo, aka Shy Girl. Thank you all for being here and liking what we do. Everyone that's still watching, please like, comment, share to continue to help us grow. We love what you're doing. We love what we're doing. And we're excited to share with you our new space and when we start our production on the things that we have that's going to get going. So have a wonderful and lovely day. And remember, any negativity only stays as long as you want it to stay. If you want it to go away, you do your best to problem solve, to figure it out, and put one foot in front of the other with action to make your day as best as you want it to be. Not every day is going to be better than the other, but at least you can make it the best you can be for that day. And with that said, peace.
Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let Jamel go there, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna crank up the music, and hopefully it won't be too loud this time. And then, of course, it is always too loud. So now I'm gonna go to you, Katie, ladies first. What are your final words to our audience?
Thank you for watching. It was so fun today to watch a little bit of Clint's clip. I was very entertained. It was so exciting, and I'm looking forward to everybody's submissions for more things. Stay tuned. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Tengo muchas ideas que vienen, entonces pronto que estén ahí, quédase viendo que no voy a ningún lado.
Okay, that's perfect. And now I'm going to go to your friend and mine, Mr. Trinidad Takeover himself. Clint, what do you got for our audience?
Does my hair look
goodbye?
good? Oh, there. Yeah. I just want to say thank you guys so much for having me in your home. I would like to give a shout out to Tommy Beavers from Pimento. Thank you for having us there. You're going to see us again pretty soon. And I would like to give a shout out to Atlanta, Alisa Robinson. You guys are great. Thank you for listening to us. And I'm going to be down there during the weekend for Carrie Festa. So I'm going to meet Tommy and Sharon at the food truck in Carrie Festa to find out much more what they're doing. So thank you guys so much, bringing you love, and shout out Tommy, best pimento restaurant out there.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to thank everyone for coming in and sharing this time with us and making our time your time, and all of us being able to laugh and have a good time. and wish we were eating that food from the Trinidad takeover.
Mm.
What I like to do, in addition to thanking you, I like to talk about what's coming up the next time on the Clint Initiative podcast. And we have so much in the chamber, so much to come on the show that it's just, we're going to be in our new space, so of course we have to do a tour. And I don't want to forget to let you guys all know that there's also going to be a magazine article coming out really soon. Voyage Magazine. I did the final updates on the interview, and Voyage Magazine, Voyage Minnesota will be publishing the article featuring our show soon. So be on the lookout for that. And of course, we will talk about that on the show. This weekend, we have Minnesota Swim Week coming up again. And Minnesota Swim Week is one of the first events I filmed when I got to Minnesota. So that journey continues with Minnesota Swim Week this week. And then Katie, you're doing a show this week as well. What's the name of your show?
It's with the Sammy B Modeling Agency. She is the head of the show.
Okay, and to be on the show, what we do is we send out a link. And with that link, you get to be one of the co-hosts and be on the show to speak your piece, just like we are here. And I have to prepare that in advance. So yes, Rolanta, soon you will be on the show. I hope you're ready. And it just seems to me that Trinidad takeover is just going to continue, huh, Clint?
Well, you never know what you're going to expect. People will like it. I'll give them what they want.
Well, people always want more and more and more, and that's what we promise to give you, more and more and more. We promise to elevate the quality as we move into our own space. And with your support and your fuel as our audience, all we will do is just get better and better and better. And that has been this installment of the Clint Initiative Podcast. Good day, folks. Enjoy the rest of your day, because I know we will.